everybody, and welcome to London. I'm here with Laura. As I had told you, we're coming here to Ascot. So we've been to a pub now, and we're on our way to Phoenix to have a little look at the new collection of hats and millinery that we do. Apparently it's the best collection in London, and that is what we're going to have a look at and see what the competition that's on the other side of the pond. And what else? Yeah, I'm just going to take you around today. We're then going to go have lunch, dinner, excuse me. We're then going to go have dinner at Chelsea with our friend Andrea, and then we'll finish off a little bit early so we can get up and be ready for Ascot tomorrow. So I'm just going to take you around a little bit today. We'll see the selection in there, see if we can find a lovely cupcake later, because I'm having a very big craving for a cupcake today. And that's about it, right?
Blue Crown Princess, and they're on the turn back towards home, approaching the final 3 furlongs. Steve Roses.
Welcome back. So we are now at Ascot today. We are very kindly been invited by here. So we're actually at the box of floor number 6, but we've come down really quickly to see a lovely prize given. We've had a historical moment happen with the Queen giving a prize to the King on, I believe it was the second race, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, we wanted to do a little break to show you my outfit of the day. So I am currently wearing a gorgeous Maison Laurette hat, which is very, very, very intricately done, obviously by hand. So this piece has been matched to my Hermes Vuitton, and this is my favorite shade of blue. So she managed to create the handmade flowers in the same shade of blue as the bag. And then I'm wearing my Cecile Boccara ring, which matches actually my earrings, as you can see. And then finally, what else I got, an ALB dress and my Lauren by Ralph Lauren. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go get to the Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to France. Got my friends keeping me company. I'm just getting ready for a day of meetings and shopping for clients. I'm also meeting the girls for lunch, so that's going to be a lovely day. Let's just not flash you, hopefully. Starting off with the La Roche-Posay. I think this is called Isobiome by Ethiclar H. It's basically the one to kind of like support you with acne prone skin issues. So as you can see at the minute, my skin's completely clear, but I was on my lady days a couple of days ago, and I have like the remnants of the attack my body got on me. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like a little bit tanned, and it's not a fake tan, but probably with the lighting in there, it's not going to be visible. Anyway, loving this foundation as of lately. It's the Hyaluronic Hydra Foundation by Terry, or by Terry. And I use mine on what shade? I think it's like N40 or something, but let me double check that for you. 400
neutral, so it's a neutral medium shade. So news-wise, what fun stuff do I have to tell you? I was like the worst blogger ever in London. I tried to show you as much of Ascot as possible, but to be honest, I was also trying to absorb the experience. We were invited to the Al-Shakab box, which is basically a racing foundation in the Middle East. It was a lovely experience, met some friends of friends, and yeah, had a lovely time. Bit of champagne, a bit of coffee, a bit of more champagne. At the end, we did a little bit of a tailgate party at the parking lot of the Royal enclosure, so that was quite fun. What else did we do? Well, I bet on a horse and I won. I'm not a betting kind, like not at all. I actually don't like betting, unless it's like betting for an ice cream or stuff like that, in which case I love betting. But like proper betting, it's not really my thing. However, I was like, well, it's the first time, you have to do it, you know. It was my first time at Royal Ascot, so I was like, I should do this. But it was one of those days when you feel like a little princess. I felt like it was like Disney for adults. That's how I kept calling it all the time, because you know, there's all this fun clothes going on, and everyone was just dressed so lovely in the enclosure we were at, and it was just a beautiful experience, and people were super kind, and we had a fun time. There was some other guests from France as well, and from the fashion industry as well, so it was kind of nice to exchange with them. One of my horses won, because I bet on 2 horses, and one was 4th, so didn't get anything on that one, but another one did win. So that was fun. Thank you, Drumbill. Was it Drumbill? Yeah, it was Drumbill, and then the other one I cannot remember. But anyway, that was fun. Do you want to know my criteria for betting? One of the horses, like, coloring of that little book that you get, so you can see what they're going to be wearing, like what colors they're going to be dressed in, so you can identify it on the race course, will be one of them had the same color of my bag, and then the other one had the same color of the flowers on my dress. And those are the 2 horses I bet on, and they actually turned out to be quite good. So that was super fun. And then we got to stay at my friend's house in London, so it was really lovely to meet her, because it's been quite a while we hadn't seen each other. And what else? It was honestly like a very quick in and out, but I did have time to go to Chelsea, eat at one of my old usual restaurants, so that was super fun as well. Doing the Dior Show Brow Styler, and this is in the darkest shade of brown. As you know, I'm a big fan of this kind of like easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 2 products in one. I don't need to get a spoolie product. I guess that will do for the first one. For eyeshadow, I'm doing my favorite as of lately, which is this one. To wet my brush a little bit before I apply it, even if it's got a gel-like consistency, I feel like the product goes in nicer. So where was I? Oh yeah, London. So we did Royal Ascot. We also went to Phoenix the day before, so we were there for like 48 hours only, like 1 full day on Ascot, and then the day before when we arrived, we went to check out the Millinery in Phoenix department store. I think it's on their last floor, on the one before the last, because the last one is the sales and personal shopping one. They've got quite an incredible section of millinery. To be honest with you, wasn't very impressed with the construction quality. It was fun to have a look at other designs and to see where everyone's doing on the other side of the pond kind of thing. Quite a bit of fun with Laure from Maison Laurette. I was actually traveling with her. I don't know if I ended up telling you that, but it was a brand trip. It was a press trip. It was so funny because she was introducing me to everyone as her muse. And I was like, ooh, this sounds fancy. It was so lovely. To be fair, it was a longer invitation, but I couldn't accept staying for longer because on Friday I had to get back rushing to Paris. And one of my Christmas gifts from husband was to go watch The Who with an orchestra concert in Paris. And that was happening the Friday after Ascot. And it was the best time in London. And then I came back to basically just go buy stuff for clients. I literally did a run at like 2 or 3 shops, bought some stuff for clients. And then I went home, got changed, and went to a concert with my husband. It was so much fun. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I saw them at Wimbledon about 10 years ago. And now this occasion, it was super, super nice. It was with a lovely orchestra. Honestly, you know, those like bands that touch your heart, it was kind of like that. I was so pleased. That was my Christmas gift. Going in with the Golden Quartz Chameleon Eyes or something like that by Charlotte Tilbury. It's basically just a very thick pencil eyeshadow, which I like to use as a diffuse little eyeliner on the top. And I'm not very precise. I just like deposit a little bit of product and then with a little angled brush, I flick it out. I just like that it adds a little bit of definition to the eye without it being like a super heavy eye look like I used to do. Like back in the day, I would only do liquid eyeliner by Guerlain. I wonder if they do it in brown, because that would still be something I would fancy, but it would have to be like super, super precise. For bronzer, I am doing Charlotte Tilbury. It is in shade number 2 and it's been my favorite as of lately, and I actually applied with a contour brush from Chanel. What I do is like I just pick up the tiniest bit of product and I lightly go into where I would normally contour to kind of like bronze up my face, do like the lightest bit of contouring without it being like a heavy marked angular face type of contouring. And then once that's kind of in the place where I want it to be, I'll go in with a Marc Jacobs fluffy brush and I kind of like diffuse it all in there. I just had the loveliest kind of like nostalgia shower, because while we were in London, I picked a couple of goodies that I used to swear by when I was in uni. I used to love, 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 love these products, and they're not like anything of what I would normally gravitate towards today, but it was kind of like, let's buy a throwback. Let me just find it in my shower because I literally just did. It's by Sanctuary Spa. It has the loveliest scent. I mean, it's a highly scented product, but I really, really like it. It's a hot sugar scrub. So when you put this on your body, it just obviously scrubs you, but before that, it will give you like an oomph of warmth. And I've been really, really enjoying to use this since I got back. I actually picked up a couple of other goodies from them. So I bought the body scrub with salt, and then I also got the Sanctuary Spa body wash. And then another product I picked up at Boots that we don't have in France is the Aussie 3-minute Miracle moisture treatment. Now, I've heard fantastic things about this one. It's a deep hair treatment and you're only supposed to leave it in there for 3 minutes and then it will detangle and soften your hair and just make it, yeah, like shiny and lovely. I'm going to be trying it and letting you know what I think. Once again, we went into Boots, I think, to get an electrical, the thing to convert, like, you know, we have the plugs from EU and we needed one for the UK or something like that. And then we passed by the Aussie thing and Laure was like, oh, have you heard about this product? And I said, I actually saw a review on TikTok this morning. So we picked it up and I was like, okay, hold on a second. We also need to get some Sanctuary Spa stuff because we don't have that in France. And it just brings back the loveliest kind of university times memories. And I've been loving to take my shower with that ever since. I'm also doing by Charlotte Tilbury the Beauty One Easy Highlighter in the shade, what's your shade? Spotlight. So just applying a little bit in high points of the face, blend it in there. So I've got a new lipstick here. This one's by Charlotte Tilbury and it's in the shade Catwalking. Let's see. I'm not gonna like properly drag it through my lips. I'm just gonna like dab it a little bit and allow that to be what gives a little bit of color to my lips, if that makes sense. There we go. That needs to go on my handbag. So let's put it in here so I don't forget. So we have a long day outside. And now finally for mascara, I'm gonna do the Ilia mascara, which I've been obsessed with lately because of its amazing brush. I love that it has a tapered side where I can deposit product with, and another side I will just like really separate my lashes. And that's it for mascara. Now let's do a little bit of fragrance, and I'm gonna go because I want to show you some goodies that I picked up for clients. Also for fragrance, I am doing the Eau de Rhubarbe Écarlate by Hermès. This is one of their Eau de Cologne ones, and I love them for the warmer months of the year. I caught Javi for for a little second between his meetings so he can film a little bit of an outfit of the day. I wanted to show you this shirt I got. It's a silk shirt by the Courbet. You might have seen it on another blog if you watched the ones before. If not, I'll link them down below. It's the little playlist called Vlogs 2023. Anyway, I don't know why, but I'm in a Python mood this summer. And yeah, so I've paired the silk shirt with a white pair of trousers. I've also got my Hermes Kelly belt in the color Etude, matching my Etude sandals, which I'm obsessed with. And then I've got my Picotan in the navy blue shade. It's called Midnight Blue actually, which is also got yellow gold hardware. And then what else? I've got a new lipstick. I think it's called Runway or Spotlight or something. I'll link it down below. This one's by Charlotte Tilbury. It was a gift from Habi actually. And I've got my new Missima necklace that, as you know, I've been obsessed with lately. And that's it for my look. Now let's show you my favorite purchases of the week for my clients, and then I have to dash out, go buy some things for clients. See you later. We're dashing out to the rest of today's meetings. I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite purchases for clients this week. Now this one is a pre-loved Louis Vuitton leather kind of card holder and keychain at the same time. It's going to be something that has a little compartment in there for you to put on your cards and your bills, etc. And then you're also going to be able to put coins on the back, which comes in really handy. Some of these card holders never have something for coins, and I find that just adding that little zippy in there makes it so much more versatile. And then my favorite part about this product is going to be the little keychain holder in there, which just makes it really, really useful when trying to find your keys in your handbag. If you're anything like me and you struggle with that every single time, it's something nice because you just tie it to like the outside of your handbag and then like just pop the actual, you know, money holder inside, and then you're going to be able to easily reach your keys. Now the next purchase is going to be something that I source almost on a weekly basis, and this is going to be a pair of logo crystals encrusted Chanel earrings. Really, really beautiful. They're going to have crystals on the front, on the top, and on the bottom of the logo, as well as on the side of the logo. So no matter where the light is hitting them from, they're going to sparkle. This is like a source of beaming, lovely light to add to the face. Now, something else from the pre-loved market that I sourced this week was this scarf right here. Now, this is a 100% silk scarf by Burberry. It's from one of their latest collections. Actually, there's like literally 0 signs of wear on it, so it's a great investment piece because I got it at a fraction of its price for my client. And for this one, it's going to have kind of like a double use because you're going to have the one side with the very realistic flower print. It almost looks like a picture print, if you know what I mean. It's not like one of those drawing prints. It almost looks like a photograph, like a Polaroid. And I think even the way they've written Burberry there at the bottom kind of plays with that sort of Polaroid inspiration. In my opinion, at least that's what I see when I look at this scarf. On the other side, we're going to have a sort of like muted champagne shade, which actually matches my shirt very nicely today. It's something seasonal that can be worn as much in wintertime as much as it will be able to be worn in the warmer months of the year. So it makes it a great sort of all year round piece. And then the final piece I wanted to share with you today, because I do have to get to some meetings and I just picked my fave ones, is this bracelet by Chanel. It's the first time I've sourced this particular model for a client, and I think it's just stunning. I only had one, so if I hadn't sourced it for a client, I would have gotten another one for myself. This is what it looks like. So it's going to have that kind of, once again, muted beige champagne yellow gold, and then there's the logo in there with some crystals around. I think it looks absolutely stunning in the wrist. I think it's a piece that, even if it's from the sort of like fantasy or fashion jewelry sphere, is something that still looks quite high jewelry. It's a little bit playful, but the muted sort of yellow gold in there allows for it to be a very day wear, very easily to match piece. And I think it's something that can easily be matched and married with your silver tones as much as it will be with your yellow gold tones because of that beige shade and then the crystals in there. And that is all of my fave pieces that I got this week for clients. I hope you enjoyed those. Now I'm gonna have to let you go. I don't know if I'll be able to blog again today. I'm going for lunch with some girlfriends and then I need to get my bag ready because I'm going to Paris for 3-4 days. I have quite a couple of events coming up this week. I've also got a couple of lives in Paris. I've got a couple of client meetings. I need to do shopping for some other clients. It's going to be a hectic week, but I'm very glad to be back. Can I take a quick second of appreciation to show you the beautiful peonies that my husband just got me? I'm so happy. If you follow me on TikTok, you might have seen this ones already because he actually interrupted me while I was filming my little get ready with me to bring this beautiful flowers. And you might have seen it in there. I think I left it in the... I'll add you my TikTok in here so you can see it. But ooh, I'm so happy. I always love receiving flowers just because. Again, everybody, it's been quite a little while since I didn't sit down to talk to you in here. So you might have seen I went to Paris. I had a couple of things to buy for some clients. That's actually why I sat down, because I'll be showing you those things in just about a minute. And then I also wanted to put you up to speed with what I was up to in Paris. So basically, I received an invitation from the American Pistachio Growers Association, which, fair enough, initially I thought it might be a little joke, but no, it's a mouthful, and it spoke right to my little nerd heart, because it was actually a sort of like press release conference in order to share all of the findings and discoveries that were made during this study performed, which was sustained by the American Pistachio Growers Association, in order to find out all about the benefits of pistachios. And we learned some actually really, really fun facts. If you're interested in any of those, I can leave some of them written down below. I think one of the ones that surprised me the most was that the amount of potassium and magnesium you're gonna get from a portion of pistachios, which is about 49-50 pistachios, like a handful of them, is going to be the equivalent to what you're going to get in a banana. So for example, for muscle recovery or preparation before or after sports, it can be really good in there. I tend to put my pistachios obviously for apéro time, like if you're going to drink cocktails, etc. It's a really fun thing to have. And then also obviously in salads, stuff like that, I will sometimes add some to like muesli and things like that as well. I think the most interesting discovery was that they're loaded with antioxidants and they help immensely fight free radicals. So they're basically like your newest beauty ally. Pistachios are just a wonderful superfood altogether. I personally love their taste. I feel like pistachios are kind of like love or hate, but if you love them, make sure to have them a little bit more often, or you can just go ahead and have that ice cream without the guilt of it or anything like that, because yeah, they are going to be a little bit of a beauty ally as well. We had a lovely guest, Vanessa. I don't want to butcher her last name. I will write her name down below in the information box, and I'll also leave you a link to her Instagram, etc. So you can check her out, because it was super insightful. Honestly, once again, like to my little nerd heart, it was an amazing press lunch, because while we were having our lunch, we were being spoken to by Vanessa, this nutritionist and doctor. And so it was lovely to learn all of these things, you know, the biochemistry behind it, etc. It was just super insightful and something I personally really enjoy. So to me, it was the perfect press lunch. It took place at the Mandarin Oriental in Paris. And then straight after that, I went also to a live and a perfume presentation. I'm not certain I filmed anything from the perfumes presentation, but I'm going to bring the perfume and be a good vlogger and at least share that with you. So bear with me for a little second. Okay, I got it here with me, so now I can show it to you. It's very kindly invited by Marc-Antoine, which is the actual creator of Parfum d'Empire, to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of his house. And I went in there in conjunction with Style News magazine. So it was a lovely event. I actually couldn't stay for very long because I had a meeting with some of my personal styling clients after the event and it needed to be moved forward. Long story short, I didn't stay for the party, but I did have a very nice sort of private tour of the new fragrances that are coming out in October and of the new fragrance that came out right now. And they actually very kindly gifted me one. This is the Eau de Gloire Cologne. And it's basically a remake of his first ever scent, but in a Cologne style. So not in an eau de parfum, but in an eau de Cologne. Marc-Antoine, the creator of the brand, is actually originally from Corsica. And so what we're gonna find in here is something that's very true to his roots. Quite a bit of like different citrusy scents. We're gonna have bitter orange. We're also gonna find a little bit of bergamot. There's that freshness in it, but there's also gonna be some other notes that give it kind of a twist. Exquisite. It's also not particularly targeted for any gender. So we are very soon going to Portugal. You'll probably see me packing on this vlog if I have time to take you in my little packing experience with me anyway. So I think this is what I'm going to be packing. It's 100 milliliter, even if it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's 100 milliliter. So I think this is what I'm going to be packing so that my husband and I wear it during the trip, and then it kind of like sticks in our mind as the south of Portugal scent trip, creating those like core memories. Big thank you to Style News magazine, Fabienne, which is the actual PR agent that did the whole private tour for me and explained everything because I couldn't attend the party. And then obviously to Marc-Antoine for having had me in there. And without any further ado, what you might be actually waiting for all this time, since I introduced it a couple minutes ago already, is my favorite purchases for my clients this week. Now, my first one, and one that I would have loved to find in my size and perhaps in a shade that I would wear a little bit more, is this pair of Yves Saint Laurent, or more like Saint Laurent because they're actually new shoes. These ones are gonna have the most beautiful crystals in them. It doesn't look like they shine so much, but they do quite a bit. So for nights when a client needs to be dressed up, but maybe she's going to be doing a lot of dancing, she has a recent knee injury, or some girls simply don't love wearing heels all the time, these pieces come in super, super handy. And I think they're totally wearable during the day, particularly if you live in the city and you want to pair this with like denim, a nice blazer, and just like a white tee. These ones are the way to go. I sourced 2 pairs of sunglasses, both of them from Chanel. One in pre-loved but pristine condition, which is going to be this tortoise style. It's going to have that kind of like timeless shape to it. And then on this ones, there's also going to be those little studs around, and then the lovely Chanel logo in there, which just makes it a really, really timeless piece altogether. The other pair I sourced is new. And for this one, I would say on this one's there is a little bit of a steampunk inspiration because of the thickness of the frame in there. They're in that very lovely, very characteristic from Chanel light yellow gold, which marries very, very nicely with silvers in the wardrobe as much as it will with obviously anything that sparkles, and then your usual yellow golds as well. There's also a little bit of a chain on the side with the Chanel logo in there. I think these ones are a great find altogether. They're super comfortable to wear. I'm one to always advise clients to steer off from sunnies that are going to have this in here. I think it just tends to like mark something around the nose. It's normally not going to be a comfortable pair, but for this ones particularly, they are. And so I thought they are going to make someone a great outfit. Now, from the vintage department, I sourced this Louis Vuitton clutch, which has all of this lovely, almost like caramel interior with caramel round in there. It's just a beautiful piece altogether. that if the client wants to actually be able to wear it not as a clutch, all you gotta do, and even you guys at home, if you have a clutch that you feel like you love the shape of it, but you don't wear it as much because it's a clutch and not something you put in your shoulder, you can always just grab a silk scarf and then just tie the ends, make a knot, and create a little bit of a loop, and then put it in here, close your bag, and you got yourselves a handle for your clutch. And then the final piece I sourced for another client is a pair of Dior shoes. These ones are a beautiful and original take on a classic from the house. It's the Dior heels, which are going to be in a metallic leather. They have the classic bow, the coma heel, a very low one, so something super comfortable for every day. And then they're going to have the Dior band in there done with little bristles, which is so cute. Once again, a great pair for the spring summertime, but also a pair that's very easily transitionable into the colder months with a pair of semi-sheer dark tights. These ones will look just as lovely as with a bare leg in the spring summertime. And those were my favorite things I got this week. Oh, also, I think I haven't spoken here just yet about this new lippy. It's by, well, it's new to me. It's by Charlotte Tilbury and it's called Cut Walking, and my husband gifted it to me, which I really appreciate. And I think it's just a lovely shade. I haven't even been lining my lips with it. I go through phases with lipstick. Like sometimes I can go a year without wearing any sort of like lip product. And now I'm super into lip products and I'm waiting for a big batch of an order I placed at Victoria Beckham Beauty. And I also ordered some stuff from Chanel Beauty. I've also ordered some from REM Beauty. And I think some from either Anastasia Beverly Hills or Fenty Beauty as well. Quite a bit of lip products, so we're gonna be testing those out together. I'm kind of like into a more glossy look lately, so I did a little bit of research on seeing what I'm going to be needing, and yeah, when those arrive we'll be opening those together. We might be opening those together in Portugal because they might arrive like just before we go. Gonna have to see how we time that. And then for the rest of the week, I'm actually going to Paris. I need to do quite a bit of purchases for clients on Wednesday and Thursday. No, sorry, on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Tuesday, I actually have a couple of press events, so I'll be taking you there. We are taking the earliest train from Deauville tomorrow. And by we, I mean you and me, because husband's very smart and he's leaving later in order for me to be able to make it to this event. But it's a cosmetics brand event. It's a launch of a new clean brand, and I'm really excited to see what they propose. They're doing it at this kind of like rooftop garden slash potager, which is going to be lovely. It's kind of like an orangerie, but in a rooftop type of thing. So I think that's going to be really lovely as an event. And then after that, I need to go, purchase stuff for clients Tuesday and Wednesday in order to Thursday have the whole day free. So I can go to do a couple of press events. I'm also going to the new BDK perfume launch for the perfume called Pas Ce Soir. And then I am going to go, where else am I going? Oh, and then like just to do all of my normal like beauty stuff before we leave on a trip. Final bits of like hair or waxing or maybe a little massage to leave relaxed or stuff like that. And today I'm actually waiting on a delivery from Amazon. I ordered a new nail polish. So if it does arrive while there's still light in here, I'll probably be getting my nails done and showing you that. I also ordered quite a bit of hair products. And what else? Yeah, I'm in a very like kind of like big beauty moment. And it wasn't even like because of the sales, because none of these products were on sale, maybe like one or two. But most of these things weren't. But I'm really excited to try like a whole like revamp of new beauty products. So I'm back from running some errands. It's actually gotten quite hot, but I have a big craving for curry. So that's what I'm going to be cooking tonight. Not that you need to know that, because that's not a styling thing. Well, it's kind of like lifestyling, isn't it? Anyway, I've got 2 new packages. Hopefully, there's something fun, because I've ordered some nice stuff from Amazon and some like just you know, top ups on whatever, like sponges or whatever, like something boring. But some of the stuff is actually fun. Oh, so one of them is this one. I'm really excited to try this color. I hope it will be as nice as what I saw. Oh, it looks super lovely, very pearlescent. So I'm gonna see how this one looks. The shade is called Seashell, and it's like a true seashell interior. It's a little bit of a pearlescent thing, which goes on that way of like the mermaid nails. So I'm thinking I might do like a base kind of like in the shades that I have already. This is what I'm going to be doing after dinner. And then I'm going to top it up with this one. And we'll see what happens. I've got a new Kerastase Nutritive 8-Hour Magic Night Serum. This one's an overnight nourishing serum. Doesn't need any rinsing. That's its 8-hour overnight nourishment for sublime morning hair. Soft, easy to style, and protected. Oh, it's like old school hair products. Oh, that smells delicious. Can't wait to try it. Smells like stuff my mom used to use for like not ruining her hair color during summertime. Iris Hidden Beauty has the amazing ability to help younger skin balance its hydration for clear, glowing skin. Well, we don't have skin, but I guess it would do the same for the hair. Oh, it's the new beauty blenders. Some of them will be in that shade. Some of them will have that kind of like cut angle, and then the other one will have that other type of like bottom flat surface. Kind of pretty like the colors of this.
la vanille, quelque chose de beaucoup plus boisé avec du sel de bien fini, qui l'assouvrissait un petit peu.
J'aime beaucoup la citation de Jean Giono qui écrit dans Jean le Bleu qu'il y a une forme d'allégresse cosmique dans la sensualité. Et c'est vrai que la sensualité, c'est relatif à tous les sens, donc il y a tous ces sens qui sont sollicités et le parfum est particulièrement une porte d'entrée pour voilà, virer dans la sensualité ou l'exprimer.